and then get out of here. So someone says, Red Panda Pie, one of my favorites. Cade to the moon.
Let's go. Cade. I'm down.
I don't know if Cade has a token. I doubt it very much, but sure.
There's a couple. So there's a couple on Near Protocol. I just saw, I think Fox Savage Gaming says, are there any DeFi plays on Near? Just got me thinking. There's a couple. I'm not sure what I think about this yet. I just know that they exist. I haven't dove into them. I'm not quite this degen, but there are some meme coin launch pads right now that require basically nothing to drop your coin. I feel like it's a little bit dangerous if you have no requirements, like you don't have to put any money in. I feel like the second you say, hey, you have to drop 1,000 of your own dollars, the tokens go from 1,000 a day to like 1. And so, but there are some launch pads right now on Near, I'm sure other chains as well, that you can literally just like copy and paste some information and send it. You don't have to be a coder. You don't have to be a dev. You don't even need a bunch of liquidity. If the exchange deems it like enough interesting to people, they'll just make it. And it's like, I can't explain it because I don't understand everything behind it. But if you ever see a coin that's called Cade, I promise you it's not me. I'm never going to drop a coin that's called Cade. There's a 0.01% chance I might do one that's called Joyage, which is like my brand. But even that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to enter, potential securities territory. I have no idea what the regulatory landscape looks like if you drop a meme coin and you didn't even code it yourself. You just dropped it on some random site. But hey, if a token comes, then good luck. Maybe you can trade it up to the moon.
Listen, if you want to go have fun at Pump Fun. That's what all the degenerates do.
They are.
Let's see. Ben's a celebrity, just like Chair Pow. I have to agree.
Bergmann.
The whole Ryukin says the whole furniture and hairline is here. So we've got there's Bergmann Cowan, there's Ben's chair, which is a gentleman who has his description or his profile pic is just the chair that's in the background of Ben. And then somebody else has Ben's haircut. And it's just Ben when I'm like, hey, people love Ben.
He's great, dude. He's great. He's great.
Yeah.
The streams you guys do, you, him, and
Guy.
Why am I forgetting it? Guy. Yeah. Those are really, really cool shows. I really enjoy those. So definitely keep those up if you can. I know you guys have done a couple. You guys were finally able to meet up in person. I don't know if you've met Guy in person yet, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. The internet just brings people together. If you have the same kind of energy from your stuff, eventually you find yourselves coming together,
Let me tell you, I met Guy a couple of years ago. I spoke at the Coin Bureau event, and I just met Ben now at the Nashville event. It was the first time.
Wow.
And I wish we could record the pre and the post discussions that we have, like kind of how the All In podcast does it. So Ben is actually a really funny guy, but when he's doing his show, he's very, very serious. He has that professorial type of tone, And then Guy's straight on point. He's a pro. But man, afterwards, if you ever wanted anybody to do an impression of anybody in the crypto landscape, Guy can do every single impression flawlessly. It's really, it's hilarious. We just sit there and laugh our asses off.
I love it, dude. I love it.
That pool though, this is all a green screen. Don't worry about that. Let's see. Oh, shout out to a guy not very known. If you know him, he tries to protect us from Gary Grinder or Greaser. He's doing a great job.
Dude, when Donald Trump, when he found that Gary was a person of contention during his speech at the Bitcoin conference, and he got that insane applause and cheer when he said, "I'm gonna fire Gary Gensler," and everyone goes, "Yeah!" And he was like,
"Hey, I don't know,
I'm gonna fire Gary Gensler," and he does it like 3 more times. I was dying, dude. That was the funniest thing ever.
That's a guy who knows how to play the crowd.
He does. Right? He does. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, if he's back though, dude, like I'm sure there's probably no evidence to back this up, but I saw some rumors that Kamala was gonna list him as head of secretary or something bad, something we don't want him in. And I was like, dude, there's just no way. Like, there's some policies that she's coming out with, and I just like I can't bring myself to believe it's real because I'm just like, there's no way you would do these things. Like when I saw the ones about tax, like let me tax things that like you haven't even taken profits on yet. I'm like, bro, there's no way that's real. Like there's no way this is something that you and all your advisors are saying, yeah, let's get elected. This is the move,
So like some of those things I've commented on and then they get deleted because they're not real. But that one where she's talking about that, the unrealized tax That part is real, but the thing that they don't talk about is that it's for people over $100 million who have a net. So there's that piece. And then but here's the slippery slope of X. You'll say, yeah, but it's over 100 million. And then someone will say, yeah, for now. But when does it drop to 50 million, then 10 million, then 500,000, then 140? And you're like, slippery slope, and off I go. Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Like it is true. Like when COVID happened, that was the argument I heard as well. They were like, look, if you do this now, what happens in 2 years? There's gonna be another shot. There's gonna be another thing. You're gonna grow a third leg. It's gonna happen. And like, what do you know from today? Like you have no idea. And I remember just being like, dude, I guess like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, am I not thinking about this enough, or are you thinking about this too much? Probably somewhere in the middle. But dude, yeah, I'm just glad we're documenting it. I'm glad that the internet brings people together that we can kind of talk about these things live, so we're not just alone in our rooms thinking about it on our own. But you know,
that's true. This is the reason why I started this channel, because like I was already retired essentially. And I was like, I'm sure my friends are sick of me talking about it. My wife definitely is, so I got to do something. Serge says he's got a good point. Rob, don't do that. I've been around for 30 years. When they've been saying the things, they never come down to the middle class or even upper middle class. Yeah, that part is true. The other thing that I've learned as time has gone on for multiple presidential elections is there's a difference between the campaign promise to the actual real action when they take office. They promise the world, and all of a sudden they do this. So like one of my friends explained to me, they said, it's like believing that the stripper likes you. The stripper doesn't like you. They're just there for the funds and to get elected. I'm like, well, I guess that could be it. So on this situation, like I have to air with Serge there. Chris says the rumor was Gary was getting Janet Yellen's job at the CFTC or Treasury.
No, I think it was Treasury.
Yeah. So, but that's been, some people said it didn't happen and it happened. So there you go. And then JP says Near sounds sick. I think Aptos could catch up, but let's keep an eye on what Near is doing or what Aptos is doing, or is it all the race for the same? And this is what me and Guy and Ben were talking about not chain abstraction, but just having like a collapse into one chain. So
account aggregation.
Right. So like we saw that with Ocean Protocol, with Singularity and Fetch, as they kind of combined to make this super AI, super or whatever the token is. So do you see something like that happening, Cade? Like we're Near and Helio's like, okay, let's bring in Aptos, let's bring in Sui, and we'll all come together and make some super chain and be awesome. I don't know if you can do that actually.
I think what Near is doing is, so two things, like the AI play is there. So the top AI coin, just like if you're just gonna like keep it on the bare bones simple, you click on the AI chart on CoinMarketCap, it's there, and it's like the biggest one. So like you can, of all the AI plays, it's probably gonna do well just from that standpoint. That's not really financial advice. It's more just like if AI has any kind of run, a lot of the AI coins will have at least a temporary surge. That's kind of what a lot of people are betting on, just from a financial trading aspect. And so for me, with their AI play, they're really leaning towards user-owned AI and building coins that are in that direction. So essentially, like, if you're in a library, and typically the librarians have all this power over you, they're trying to make it so that if you're the one putting in all this work, that you're able to have some autonomy in that AI world. You're able to, keep control of some of the data. You're able to have some control over it. Similar vibe to Sweat Economy. We have control over our health. And if you make some, information and data that you collect from doing these health challenges and whatever, there's a lot of companies who are going to want some of that. And you should be able to have some autonomy there. And so it's kind of the same idea. And as far as the account aggregation side of things that you had asked about with Near Protocol, I don't know if they would go the same direction as that. I think the direction they're leaning is, hey, we're going to have a Near account that will be synonymous with just like an account, like a Robinhood account or a Coinbase. Or it's just the account that you use. And within that account, you have chain signatures that gives you the ability to sign a transaction for a Bitcoin transaction or Ethereum or Solana or whatever. That's already happening right now. I think Sweat Economy actually did one of the first ones with BNB through a Near account or something like that. They basically like sign a transaction for a different chain on a Near account through the Sweat wallet, some kind of abstracted concept like that, just to show it was possible. And I was like, dude, this is cool. Like, this is probably the direction we're headed because people want something that's easy. My dad for sure is not going to download a Meteor wallet, and be like, all right, bro, time to stack Near meme coins. Like, that's not going to be the direction he gets in. He's going to be, okay, like, what's some safe app that I can download where I can trade most of these? And that's usually Coinbase. And I'm like, okay, that's great, except Coinbase is totally centralized. They would totally lock up your funds at the flip of a dime, and now your money's locked up. That's the risk you take. So there are probably options like Robinhood, they pause the transactions, but for the most part, you can rely on them. But you never know, on a Wednesday you could wake up and you're totally screwed. So it really depends on like the direction you're going to lean. And by the way, I was going to say, like, just kind of as a token of appreciation to the people on the show. I don't know if you do giveaways, but I'm super down to give some NEAR away or something like that to some of the people who are commenting. You've got a pretty wild chat here, dude. Like, there's people are super active in this chat, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I would love to give away like I don't know, $50 of NEAR to someone in the chat.
I did not see this. This was not on my bingo card. Cool. Hey, everybody. So if you got a NEAR, because you need a NEAR wallet. Right now, everybody's Googling, how do I start a NEAR wallet? But if you have a NEAR wallet, put it in the comment section and we'll start giving stuff away. That's cool.
Yeah, dude. 100%.
Yeah, I got to tell you, so I did a giveaway because I have a second channel, Dan Degen, and I did a giveaway. And it was an ERC20. It was on the ERC20, like that was the chain. It wasn't like a layer 2. And I did it, and it sucked. I must have spent over, I want to say it was $100. And like I gave away tokens that went to 0. And I was like, this is stupid.
No.
So that was my first, that was like 2.5 years ago or something like that. And then I did one, the next one I did it was with Solana. And man, it was like night and day. And I was like, oh, this makes sense, right? Yep. And then, which was the other one? Oh, and then recently we did one with Toncoin, same thing.
Okay.
And I was like, huh?
I haven't done too much on Ton, to be honest.
Tons as fast as Solana. Unfortunately, Ton also, like Solana, likes to go down.
Got it.
So I know people hate when I make that joke, but come on, it's funny. And Ton did go down, and Ton did have the founder, Pavel Durov, who is still in France right now on bail of, I think it was $5 million, but he can't leave the country. So, I mean, Ton can do well, but you know what we were talking about NEAR, Cade? And I said, I was great. I was amazed how Ilya and NEAR could actually take Sweatcoin, 120 million, 250 million Web2 users, something like that.
It's crazy.
And they could move them from Web 2 to Web 3, all those transactions, and then go down. So Toncoin, and I like Toncoin. I like the platform. I like where it's going. It crumbled under this recent airdrop for dogs. It was a game called Lost Dogs, and everybody got a free airdrop, and it just collapsed. I don't know what the heck happened. Hopefully they can fix it. But, I mean, we see these things happening. Now people, and Cardano will say, not in Cardano, baby. But we've talked about, everybody's got an issue. There's no perfect chain. Anyhow, that was my little rant.
Is there anything? I was going to say, for people who wanted to get a NEAR wallet, just type in Meteor Wallet on Twitter or something. That's one. It's the main one that I use. Super easy. There's not like a discount code or anything, or like a there's no code thing I'm looking for. Just like get a Meteor Wallet. It's the easiest one to use. And then you don't have to do anything. I'll just put your wallet address thing in there, and I'm down to shoe one over. It's not going to look like that. The one you just sent, that's probably an Ethereum address, unless NEAR is listed on another thing where that could work. It's possible, but like you're the only person who's going to lose if that's not the case, because I'm going to send the money and it's not going to arrive. So it'll probably look something like the one I have is just my name. It's just cadebergmann.near. That's just one of my wallets. So that's usually what it looks like. There's also a Telegram option. You can do a .tg. So there's ways to download it in Telegram. But honestly, like the easiest way is to just go to Meteor Wallet and just make one there. It takes like 10 seconds. You don't even have to save the passphrase, the seed phrase immediately. You can just kind of wait on that. But super easy to make.
Is this what you're talking about here, Cade?
Yeah, Meteor Wallet. That's the one.
So just so everybody, I'm going to give you the right address in the comments if you need it. Yeah,
and that's mobile too. I use it on mobile. It's super easy to work with, as well as browser. So,
hold on one second. Can you take that address in the comments section and stick that into your Meteor Wallet to see if it goes through?
Yeah, I can do it right now here. Let me log into my thing. I can do it live on the stream.
Let's do it.
All right.
I like live.
Same. Let me pull it up. Okay.
Actually, while you're doing that, that's not it.
All right, I'm ready on this side to send it to anyone. Let me swap to get some. I mainly am holding the stable on NEAR. I have the USDC on NEAR, but let me swap over some near real quick.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of addresses. There's a chance that that's the address, but I just want to make sure. I'm like, if you think you're gonna get money and it's the wrong address, it's just not gonna show up, and I don't want that to happen. Like, I'd love for you to get the $50, but it'll probably here. I can share my screen now if you're ready.
Ready.
All right. Share screen. Okay. I guess I'll just do
Says
this
I'll pay
one.
$50 for the glasses.
Those are not for sale. There's only a couple left in existence, actually.
Nice.
So anyway, here's one of the walls. This is kind of what it looks like. This is like one of my other walls, Joyce Kingdom not near. And this is kind of what it looks like. Like you can store various coins. Like these are some of the meme coins. I'm not holding those right now because I trade those if I feel like Bitcoin's looking really sexy. And I think there's a chance for me to make 30% pumps in like one day kind of thing. Otherwise, I don't hold them just because they're just so erroneously like going up and down. So I mainly just will hold some money in the stable or something like that. I'm mainly using this account if I'm working with editors and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, this is the near account that I'll be sending $50 to. So I'm ready to send it whenever. I know there's a bunch of okay, I see one in here. So yeah, this is exactly what it'll look like Mugsy.near, Tallmass.near. Like that's what the wallet will probably look like because mine says Joy's Kingdom.near at the top. It's super easy to make though. You just click here, add wallet. You create something and you create it, and it takes like 10 seconds. So yeah, for anyone who wants to win some money, super down to send it. And let me unshare it just until we choose a winner. Not sure how you choose it, but yeah, basically, yeah, if you're subscribed to Rob and you're in this comment section, dropping a wallet in the chat, there's a big chance you can win.
Yeah, because I think these one like Daniel like 0x, I think that's EVM.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's anytime I see it starting with OX, I'm like, that's probably not the right address.
Let me try something. I want to see something. Because like these 1 to 5As, 0C. Here we go. I'm gonna copy this. The one that's 0x, I'm gonna put that in.
Chris Perkins, are those glasses secure? Now they could be. They really could be. Dude, I've been wearing these glasses just for a quick story time while you're doing that. I've been wearing these glasses since 21. So basically, in the week of Halloween 2021, I was making all these NFT videos. I bought all these masks kind of as a joke. I forget what the joke was. It was some silly joke. I bought all these masks at like Goodwill, and I just ran out of masks leading up to Halloween, so I just wore these glasses a couple extra times. And in those videos, I saw like a 30% increase in everything on YouTube. And I was like, okay, cool. Like more people are clicking on the video. They're commenting that they hate me because they hate my glasses. And then a lot of the comments will come after me like, hey, I actually liked the video, so now I hate you less. And I was like, okay, for some reason, this is bringing clicks and comments. So I'm just going to keep wearing it. And then I did a big podcast with this guy who's got a lot more success than I had. And he was like, dude, and I went to the podcast and I like didn't have them on. He was like, what are you doing? He's like, wear those glasses. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then I just pretty much kept them on. They're either in the video or I'm wearing them in the video pretty much anytime I make any content. So
there you go. That's so everybody, there's the backstory. So like I took one of those 0x's and I put them into my near wallet, and it'll tell you if it's an error or not. So
wow, that's great.
That's definitely not happening. So if you got if you have a wallet and it's an Ethereum, like a MetaMask wallet, that's not it. It has to be on a near protocol. So
yeah. And I see Jakina's comment here. We don't come for the giveaways. Yeah, don't come for the giveaways because I'm sure there's not a giveaway every single time. Definitely come for his amazing content. But I just wanted to give it away because I just noticed like you have a super active chat and everyone's chill. Like I really like the vibes in this chat. So I was like, hey, throw some near out to somebody on this lovely Sunday. Get the week started out right.
How about Surge?
Surge, all right.
Let's see. Let me take.
I bet some of these people have been watching you for years, Rob. It's pretty cool. It's like my favorite part about YouTube and X. Yeah. You'll get connected with people and like they're like, dude, I watched your videos 3 years ago. And you're like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So cool.
Did Surges work?
Let me see. How long ago was that comment? Or if you star it, I can see it in the starred side on the StreamYard side of things. Yeah, if you star it, there it is. Oh. All right, let me try this. Did you type that into the My Near Wallet thing?
Yes. No, I did not. Hold on. Let me try it. Hey, do me.
It says it's possible this one's real. It says account does not exist, but that's only because there's no near in it yet. It's possible this is right. So my near wallet, you said, does that? I didn't even know that. That is great to know, though.
Here, I'm going to do surges. And let me put that in. But
Fox says waiting for Rob to start sending bonk.
that was the one that I was doing. I think it was bonk, or no, it was whiff or something like that. Nice. But yeah, that one. So Serge, congratulations.
Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Congrats, Serge. Let me share my screen, and I will give away this live so you guys know that it happened. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. This is Serge's wallet, the 0823 account, 2015, 12.7 year, $50 USD. Boom. And obviously, you can do whatever you want with that money. You don't have to hold it just because I sent it to you. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. You want to sell for profit right now. All good. If you want to wait and you think this is going to ride up to all-time highs, be my guest.
Hey, you know what? Altcoins are coming. So it probably is. So there's Serge, my man, Chris Perkins. I just verified him. His actually works. So if you could
go.
So, and then we'll do 3 more after this.
Whoa.
Is that too much?
Wait, hold on. Sorry. What did you say? It broke up for
so I got Serge and then I got Chris. Good enough? Or should we can you do more?
I can. Well, I sent Serge. I'm happy to do more actually. I sent 50.
You sent Serge everything.
I'm actually happy to do a couple. Let's do the top 3. So I'll do 25 and 15 for the other 2 winners. What were they? Do you mind starring them?
Yep. So Chris Perkins is starred, and then Jeff.
All right.
And I've got 2 backups in case those don't work.
Cool.
Thank you,
okay.
Cade.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Onboarding people to crypto land. I'm down for it. All right, let me swap a little bit more, and then I'll share my screen again.
Okay.
What's your week looking like, by the way, next week? I know we're hopping on next Sunday to do a podcast on the Wolf account to do some to talk life a little bit on your end of things, but
it's all flappy all days. That's really what it comes down to.
Let's go, dude. That's been such a grind, right?
2 years plus.
Wow. Jeez, dude. What do you think the biggest thing you've learned from that whole situation? Like a lot of people, once you dive into the work side of crypto and all that stuff, I think your perspective changed a little bit. But what are some of the things that you've learned or begin to respect about the industry and stuff once you've entered sort of like the work side of things?
If you're building a layer 1 or layer 2 solution, I don't know how you can possibly do that with multiple people. The more people that you add into the business, the more complex it gets. And this is probably why I never had partners up to this point. So that's one of those things. And then also that it's just like real estate. You hire a contractor, just double the time that they say it's going to take, and you won't lose your mind. It's the same thing with starting up a project. Make sure it's like 2 or 3 or 4 times the time frame that you think it will be.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay, I'm saying this to, I believe, Chris. This one's going for 25.
Nice.
Boom. Now your account. And by the way, once your account, I think once you save the seed phrase and you like confirm it, and then there's near in your wallet, it's like, okay, now you're live kind of thing is how I think it works. And then what was the third winner? You said Jeff, right?
Jeff. 2D2B. 2D2B.
Let's get it. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. Jeff. Right on. I send you 15. So that's going to be.
Oh.
50, 25, 15. Boom. Let's go. Just loaded people up on near for the week. That's dope. I love to see it.
Cade, that was awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, everybody. We've gone like an hour and 10 minutes. Cade's got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. So as usual, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. Like today's video, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. That's it for today. Enjoy the weekend, touch grass. And if you're in America, Labor Day's tomorrow. So have that great vacation. Thanks so much, everybody. See you in the next one. Adios.
See you guys.
Bye.